Right now, we want to take a look at the U.S.-China relationship and the challenges of doing business in China. Joining us for that is Bob Hormats. He is former Goldman Sachs International Vice Chairman, who is now a lecturer with Yale School of Management. And Bob, when I saw you last, you were preparing for a trip to China that you just got back from. This is a trip of 10 days. And for those who don't know, you've been going to China since 1973, I think.
Yes.
What did you see in China, and how would you gauge the relationship between us now at this point?
Well, I had an opportunity, as you say, to spend 10 days there. So I saw a large number of people. And the one thing that I found was that the tone of the relationship has changed a lot since the San Francisco summit. The attitude toward business that Xi Jinping evidenced in his speech that he gave in San Francisco has sort of permeated the bureaucracy and the senior officials in Beijing. They are a lot more welcoming of foreign investment. They are looking more deeply at some of their debt issues. They're also looking at some of the regulatory issues because their economy is weaker than they thought. It's not really that weak. They're still going to grow at 5+%, but they are concerned about foreign companies leaving or foreign companies diversifying their sourcing, and that has contributed to an unemployment problem, which they want to avoid. And they also need to develop new technologies, and in some cases, foreign companies are critical to that process.
What's the sense you get from, let's say, U.S. companies that are thinking about doing business there?
They're
attitude,
very hesitant.
Yeah, I was going to say the attitude may be a little different, but the signals that they've gotten in the back and forth over the last couple of years, I would think would put a bit of a call on
That's
things.
exactly right. And a lot of CEOs are not going there, or they go with some reluctance. Board members and other senior officials of American companies and other companies from different countries have been sort of negative to tentative to reluctant. And I think the government now has figured out that this is not a healthy thing, and they're actually making major efforts to improve the environment. And in fact, the invitation I had was from the NDRC, which is their planning commission, and I spent a number of days with them, and the tone toward foreign investment was much softer and much more welcoming. And they cite comments that President Xi made about intellectual property protection, about foreign companies being treated on the same level with domestic companies, less government interference in the activities of companies in general, both foreign and domestic. So the tone toward foreign investment is certainly a lot better. Now the question, of course, is implementation, execution. And they've set up commissions and committees which involve companies on their side and ours, and officials on their sides and ours, to try to get through some of these issues. They're very tough issues, intellectual property and trade secrets, but at least they're talking now, and they've got a better dialogue than they had 6 months ago.